So, because I told you about the researchers that carried out an experiment.
To
yes.
type of food. Yeah.
Yes. And they noticed that the people that are not eating fat-rich food are better, but they don't know why.
Why?
Until the Yale University researchers dived deep inside the muscle cell.
Yeah.
That's when because what they think, doctors in the past, even now, unfortunately, not from me, from other doctors. I can even I read so many wonderful new doctors coming up, taking a different approach on how you can reverse, turn it around. You don't have to have type 2 diabetes. In actual fact, they're going as far as saying it's a choice.
You can reverse.
You can. You can.
Possible.
Possibly. Why? Because if you had it for like 30 years, if your beta cell is already destroyed, you can improve it, but you won't reverse it because something is already damaged. But if it's not damaged, you can. Because Yale University researchers, when they discovered it, people like somebody like Dr. Neil Barnard started reversing so many diabetic type 2 diabetes patients living with a condition. They started going away in most cases. Yeah? So this is the new approach. This is why so many people don't know about it. So many people don't know about it. They still follow the old method of treating diabetes, which means eat little, count calories, count off 500 calories, eat smaller plate. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. You hardly find anyone who is got type 2 diabetes that is cutting calories, counting carbs, avoiding few things, and not cutting down on fat. Until you cut down on fat, until that big fat come out from the muscle cell, that's when glucose can come in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So, and then how do you get them out?
Yeah, that's my question. My next question. How do you get them?
Exercise, good, but you can't outrun bad diet. If you are looking at treating the cause, if you want to manage it, you can just do a little, just carry on with what you eat, and then carry on with your medication. Yeah, you can manage it. But then, as you are drinking more medication, you are building up more negative side effects. Just like Anisha said, that the mom or the parents, they were on medications and it wasn't getting better, and it was leading to something else and something else. So there's negative side effects about medication, unfortunately. How do we now get rid of this obstacle, these fats inside this muscle cell? Because they need to come out. And go on.
Is it more vegetable?
Yeah, vegetable, but it's not the type you eat. It's not like having peas and sweet corn at the side of the plate. Not that one. That one.
Would fasting help?
Intermittent fasting, because if it's water only fasting, doctors, you have to work with doctors. So you have to be careful with fasting. Fasting, there's a type of fasting I will tell you about in a little while. So the main thing, this is why I called myself whole plant-based food nutritionist. It's a different approach from you don't get many of us. We are not mainstream at the moment. It's only very few of us. Yeah. So because it's a new approach, because if the way type 2 diabetes is being treated is working, it wouldn't be going up every year. Statistic-wise.
Yeah, but it's going up.
It's going up every year. So what does that tell you?
That's what I want to do.
What does that tell you? But if you are dying, say for example, I'm going to still cover the levels where your blood sugar is supposed to be at. If you are excessively high, of course you need medical attention. Imagine in an emergency situation, something that will not carry on lifelong. yes, you need medical attention to control it.
Yeah.
But once you're able to control it and you're not dying and you're not in an emergency situation, this is now time to work on yourself, to take control of yourself.
How is your diet health for what how to do it?
Whole plant-based food, we are looking at the fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes.
What is that?
Legumes.
Dal.
Okay, I'm going to talk
Lentils.
Lentils, yeah.
lentil,
And what?
beans,
Beans.
yeah, kidney beans, black eye beans, Nigerian honey beans, chickpeas, yeah, all that. They are called legumes. Yeah, and a bit of nuts and seeds. Don't go too much on it. Nuts, groundnut, almond, walnut, sesame seed, all that.
That's fat also.
Yeah, it does. That's why I said small amount. Yeah, you don't. And then ideally, you eat it with something. You don't just go on it as a snack on its own.
With something is
Oats is fantastic, yes. Oats, but ideally, I will put, because when you eat oats with berries, yeah, it calms the way it is digested inside you. It slows it down because it has fiber. The berries, yeah, the antioxidants, so it slows the spike. Yeah.
That's my breakfast.
Oh, very good, fantastic. So, my advice to get rid of this, first of all, start no animal products.
Okay.
It's difficult, but you can only if it's going to be too difficult for you, you can add a little bit to flavor your food. Yeah, but don't eat it as yeah, eat it as just your flavor.
every day. You can't eat every day. Twice a week or something like that.
For a little bit.
Even with twice a week, a little bit.
Little bit, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. If you have the condition already. If you have the condition and you want it to go away, little bit or nothing at all. Ooh. Try it for a month, and then only you will decide whether you eat that way or not. Because you will see a dramatic improvement. Make beans especially beans, lentil, kidney beans, chickpeas, black eye beans, Nigerian honey beans, you name them. Make them your best friend.
Then why you say no peas?
Peas is because people, you don't eat peas like beans, what I had this morning.
Peas also like a bean, no?
But can you eat peas that is as much as like to fill that plate?
Because when my mom is in the hospital,
Yeah.
they gave peas to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, lunch menu is what with peas.
With what?
I don't know. I can't chef, but I think.
That's it.
Yeah, they give
Fish and
peas and all they give, you know. So
Yeah, well, when you are talking about turning it around, reversing it, a little bit of peas at the side of your plate will not do anything.
okay.
But too much.
Will not, yeah, unless, because beans, like myself, you see my breakfast this morning, it's a full plate of beans
Yeah.
and potato or
You
yam.
make it with rice,
Yeah,
with bean
yeah.
soup, bean everything. I make it here.
Yeah, you
It's
don't have
tasty.
steak, have fish and chips, and then have a tiny piece of peas and say you are eating fruit and veg. No. So, but there's something I want to emphasize on.
We have beans.
This part, the first thing you do if you have type 2 diabetes is to reduce the fat. Because if you leave the fat where it is and you go and eat banana, your blood sugar will go up. If you leave the fat where it is and go and eat apple, your blood sugar will go up. If you leave the fat where it is and eat yam or rice, your blood sugar will go up.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do is to reduce, because we want this fat to be flushed out. And what will flush it out? Do you know kale? Kale, spinach, cucumber,
Spring green.
yeah, spring green, yeah. There's
Chard.
chard,
Swiss chard.
yeah. You can, that's the thing that will,
all green leaves, you know, all green leaves.
and guess what will improve? Because your mitochondria, your burner, the thing that burn food, the thing that makes, because when you eat, when people think, oh, children, you see children, when they eat full and their tummy is like they're slightly big. But when they go out and play, within 2 or 3 minutes, the tummy is flat. Why? The mitochondria is working. But an adult, you eat food, a full day, 2 days, your tummy is still full. And you're still hungry. The one you've eaten is still there. Why? Your mitochondria is dysfunctional, it's not working. So when you remove this fat, your mitochondria, you wake it up.
When I'm making this kale or spring beans, can't I add some oil or no?
No oil at all. Because, no.
That's what my next question. Because I love to have my sprouts, like bean sprouts, like kidney bean sprout, eye bean sprout, chickpea sprout, moong dal sprouts. I love it. But with that one, I love to add on onions, potatoes, these chutney and things. Is it worth it or not? I shouldn't do it.
Oh, you said now sounds very good.
How to eat the green? I am not a cow.
Oh, did you mention oil?
Not oil.
Okay.
But like
Turmeric.
No, not like a chaat.
Chat, should be, you know,
With that,
Like a salad.
Like a salad.
Like a salad.
Oh, fantastic.
But with it's
Very good.
like a chutney and all the sweet and sour chutney and things like inside. Should be okay or
Yeah, you can put that a little bit.
little bit, not that.
Yes. But
Imli chutney.
what you should avoid mainly is processed food because they are rich in saturated fats. Biscuit, they make them, they taste nice, but they have oils, dangerous oil. Yeah?
How to eat the green then? Like
The green,
yeah,
you can add a little bit of nuts. Nuts.
Good
You know
advice.
avocado? Avocado.
yeah.
Yeah, it has oil.
I love it.
So lovely.
You love it?
Love it.
Why can't I add some more?
I love it. We love it. All the family
Why
love
can't
it.
I add some olive oil?
Sorry.
Remember, olive oil is already here causing you problems. You want to get rid of it. You want to get rid of all the oil here. You don't want to add a little bit more. If you want to have a little bit of, keep having a little bit of type 2 diabetes, yeah, you can have them and they'll be here. But first of all, it's not going, nothing tastes as good health. Because knowing that you're going to get well, because everything starts with the mind. With the mind.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go on.
You know, there's a thing called paleo diet or paleo diet.
Yeah.
So in the Facebook, I follow them, okay?
You follow this?
I follow the Facebook page.
On the Facebook.
On the Facebook, I follow the Facebook page. Okay. Then they say they ask you to eat fat and meat. Okay. Say like fat from animals fat. You know, you get the fat like this, and then melted fat, and then ask you to eat the meat. You know. Half of chicken leg,
Okay.
leg 250 grams, that one, and you can eat any vegetable. So they say drink the tea with the butter.
Yeah.
They say put the butter and tea in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they ask 4 eggs in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then lunchtime they ask you to eat something like that. So everything is like fat and meat.
Okay. And you are in the group.
I was following it. I never follow them by eating because I think it's bad. I never follow them. I'm not practicing it, but I am following their Facebook page. They say you can get rid of diabetes, you can do everything, this go down, this is go down, that is go down.
Ask them, how many people have come off their type 2 diabetes? How many people?
I don't know, they say.
There you go. So you have to follow something that is working.
Yeah, they say a lot of people came from diabetes.
Yeah.
At the same time, they ask you to run. They ask you to take supplement of D, vitamin D something.
Yeah.
And they say he's running this much meter, like that. I can't run like that.
Well,
So
you know,
I am really confused, you know, because you say now don't put any oil and you eat plant-based diet. But I am happy with that because I don't like meat. I didn't follow that group. I didn't practice that group.
Okay.
Because I don't want to eat meat.
Okay.
I don't like to eat more meat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I like the plant-based
Okay.
food.
Okay. So the only thing I can say, with all due respect to people, but there are so many all sorts going on in online. Yeah. And this is where the confusion is. People don't know what to do. And this is why, myself and then many doctors, few doctors, not many, they're now coming out to say, stop following what is going on social media. You get confused. You can even destroy your health. Follow the science. The science is saying that
I understand science.
Okay.
So I am thinking how long they are going to live, eating meat.
how long?
How long they are going to live? That's a
How long do
question.
we have to leave the meat?
No. How now they say I don't have diabetic, I am eating this, my sugar levels are down, today down, tomorrow down, like that. So all of a sudden whether they will get heart attack or whether they will get kidney problem, I don't know. So I am waiting who is going to die there.
No, so yeah, that's a good question. So what I will advise is tell your doctor that you are going on a powerful a diet style that is simple but powerful. Why? Because you can't combine it with medication. Because your blood sugar will drop so low that it will lead you into hypoglycemia, which you don't want. So when the doctor is monitoring it with you, he will be titrating it down. He will be reducing the dose you are taking. And then eventually, if your beta cell is still working, you come off the medication.
How about adding milk to the porridge?
Milk
Yeah.
is only designed for baby cows. That's what the milk is designed for.
Not for us.
Yeah, not for us.
So no milk only.
Yeah, sorry.
Calcium,
So you've been saying,
Calcium, you get it from dark rich vegetables.
which is also cheese, and also you can get. Well,
Sorry?
that's cheese.
Cheese.
Why milk is no good for because
Cheese,
calcium.
cheese is dangerous to health.
Calcium for milk. No?
Milk, dangerous for health, unless you're a baby.
They say cheese is good for calcium and protein. And
I thought milk was good for you. Like.
If milk was good for health, the osteoporosis, arthritis, they won't be on the rise. If you want to know whether what I'm saying is right,
right, okay, yeah.
if you want to know whether what I'm saying, you don't even need to read research paper. Follow people around the world who are living without diabetes. They don't drink milk.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't eat cheese. Nigeria, for example, indigenous Nigeria, not Nigerian now. Yeah. In the past, when I was growing up, when they just wing you out from milk as a baby, if you are drinking milk, maybe once in 2 years, once you don't drink milk, and basically that's what I'm saying. In then, yeah. But now things have changed, and other places. If you go to blue zones, Okinawa in Japan, go at the age of 100 and over, they're still riding bicycle.
Yeah.
Where they don't drink milk, they don't make ice cream, they don't eat cheese. Why is their bone? Why are their
They're
bones
so
so strong?
healthy. They eating is so healthy.
Why
Stir fry.
yeah, you get calcium from green leafy vegetables. You get your protein from beans. The only thing that modern sanitization has denied us of, well, it's good in terms of clean environment. But vitamin B12, which you don't get from animal, you don't get it from plant. You get it from the soil. Yeah.
But they say some vitamins you have only in the red meat. Some vitamins, vitamin B6, niacin and all.
Yeah, because the animal, the cow, eats the grass. That's why you're getting it. And if you want to get it through the middle cow, you can eat the cow and get it. Otherwise, you can get the grass. Well, not grass. So this time, the leafy vegetables. You get it direct from their vegetables. Yeah, but I'm not because people like. There's a China study conducted by Colin Campbell, Dr. Colin Campbell. He conducted a study called China Study. He spent years in China studying why they live healthily, they're strong, and then
They eat rice rice as well in China.
Yeah.
But they have less
You-
diabetes, isn't it?
Yeah, he was studying the type of food, the lifestyle that they adopt, that make them to be healthy, or like people in the West, us living in UK, and then people in America and the other parts of the world, civilized. He was discovering. They don't. What I'm telling you,
The lifestyle is different.
lifestyle
the
is
atmosphere is different. The food is different. If you follow Chinese people and Korean people, you can see it's completely different. I've seen because they've lived in my house, the students I've had, and I see their diet is wow. It's hardly any oil, anything. It's all put together.
Yeah.
You know, like a little stir fry, and that's
They
it.
don't say, oh, where's the oil? What benefit is the oil? I don't understand why people go up, oh,
I think it's the different continents like Bangladesh, Pakistan, too much oil because we cook our own
And that's what my question was.
Yeah.
If we are eating a green vegetables, but in our culture we do cook proper, not the raw one. We even green vegetable we cook nicely, tenderize and things like that. So
No, it makes
is
sense.
it not right way to cook?
It makes sense, but another thing you ask yourself, like myself in Nigeria, I was brought up eating oil and all the rest, but there are other things we do as well. As much as we put oil in our food,
Not about the oil.
Yeah.
We cook, heat the more.
okay, cook it until it's
Really soft. And
that's what we're learning now. Yeah, we don't cook it until the whole nutrient is gone. And actually, I preach that we eat raw and cooked. Why? Because raw is what will boost your digestive. It has enzyme. That's what will boost your digestive. The things that cut your food up into smaller pieces. That's what will help sharpen it. Yeah. So, but most of us, myself included, sometimes I don't really like cold raw food. But when I just say to myself, is it about what you like or what is good for you? I just eat it. Nothing tastes delicious and they're nice as good health. That you wake up, you are healthy, you are looking forward to a brighter day, what you're going to do, rather than waking up with aches and pain, miserable, you don't want to live, that's not life.
In our Asian we say when you have diabetes, you don't eat rice and potatoes. Is it correct?
It's not correct. Because China study, again, the Chinese people, what do they eat more? Rice.
Rice.
The Okinawas in Japan, what do they eat more? Rice, yam, cassava, all that, vegetables. Forget research paper, look around the world.
So how about made of coconut?
Sorry?
Coconut.
Yeah, the actual coconut is good. But when it's now in oil, in a bottle, it's not good. Yeah, whole. Remember what I said I am? Whole plant-based food. Food intact. Closer to the nature, as the way God designed it. Yeah, milk from the coconut, yes.
But it has fat,
Sorry?
It has fat.
No, not the one. If you break coconut now, there's no, well, there might be oil, but it's good oil.
What we do in my country,
Yeah.
we break the coconut
Yeah,
and scrape it
yeah.
and squeeze. Bangladesh you do
Coconut
milk.
curry. Yeah, the milk.
So
Yeah.
you take
Okay,
it
yes, that's good stuff, yeah.
and then add to the fish or
Yeah, that's
vegetable
good.
or anything.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. It has oil,
So
but
we
it
are
don't.
doing good things and coming here and doing bad things. And we say,
Yeah, because
we say coconut bad and then we are
Yeah,
doing.
it's the oil. When it's the oil,
Yeah.
oil is no.
And then no
But if
one
the
does-
actual coconut,
Because when my mother came from Sri Lanka to Canada, she was taking only one medication, okay?
Alright.
After coming to Canada, no coconut, they're putting oil and cooking, and now she got that, like one thing of medicine.
oil is no. Milk is no. Cheese is no. If you have diabetes and you want to turn it around, you can't have them and be well. Unfortunately.
So how about the normal people can eat all that?
If you can eat a little bit of it, But ideally, I don't eat it. I don't have it, but I don't eat it.
Then they say if you eat more sugar and sugar, carbohydrate, you get diabetic. Is it true or not?
It's false because Yale University discovered that carbohydrate, yam, cassava, all that, they're all good. Yeah? But what is not good? Fat.
I understood now.
Fat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My husband eats a lot of sweet rice and more carbohydrates, but he never diabetic, you know. He never get diabetes. I have got it, he's eating too much rice, he's eating too much sugar, he's eating this. I say, don't eat, you are going to get diabetes.
No.
But he's not diabetic.
No, because sugar is in fruit.
Yeah.
Sugar is in other things that we eat that is whole food, but small amount. So yeah, so sugar, food that has sugar, even like for example, rice has sugar inside it. It has that sugar will not affect you at all. It's not. It's with the rice because they have fiber. Do you understand?
Okay.
So what we're saying,
How you are going to teach us the cooking?
the cooking is the office.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, which shall I come?
I will arrange that with you.
Hasina, she can arrange cooking as well. Do you want to join?
Sorry?
She can arrange cooking, you know.
To demonstrate the cooking. Yeah. Yeah. If you are
That's in
interested,
her office.
you can come to our office.
Open show.
Anisha know where it is. Yeah.
Open show. Not far. I never been there, but I have the address.
Yeah.
I saw this in the.
She's come to demonstrate today, but it's not from Himmat. So if you want to go with her and learn
that's
then
all.
you'll go on your own,
Yeah.
all right? It's
Yeah,
not,
that's
Himmat is not...
No. I understood that. But that's what day is going to be. Just we can I can come as well.
No, this Saturday I've already booked up. This Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. Is it going to be Saturday?
So decide and then get back to. So, has anyone any question?
It was very interesting, and it was
interesting,
good for
thank
me because I am diabetic also, so I found it very interesting, and I would like to take it further to investigate what you've just said. So,
Okay.
you know, it's very interesting for me to know that I can pass on to the other communities, our communities as well. So there is things we are doing wrong. Sometimes, you know, we don't realize. From experts like yourself, I think it's good to take some advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Because that's my purpose, my goal, what I'm passionate about. Because when I started this, I started with my family. For example, my Chuka, my son, who is taking the corporate photograph and filming us. He's now 23 years old, but he had all sorts of health issues growing up. Myself, I was anemic before. Yeah. My husband and then other people that I know. But then I started reaching out to friends. I said it can't just be for my family only. I started helping friends. I was even cooking because when I teach like this, they say, oh, well, I don't know what to cook. I can't eat food like this without, and then it will taste nice. I can't cook food without meat and it will taste. So I started cooking food and delivering it to people in India. Yeah? And then, but then I wanted to reach out to so many people. I can't cook for the whole. So I created a WhatsApp group where people can be part of it and then introduce other people they know in the WhatsApp group. So, and then now my mind is, how do I reach the world? Now I'm starting to like.
So we will pass on, to somebody.
Exactly. So when it will be nice, like yourself, if you pass the message to others, you pass the message to others, and with that we can create awareness.
I will not be just passing on, I will have you in our sessions.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. I think you should, when you do group sessions, different communities, reach out to the community.
Yes.
If you come, like I've come here, taking information back, and I will have you to do sessions where I'm working.
Yes.
And there's about a group of 20, 30 ladies all
Wonderful.
the time.
That's what I want. That's my passion.
I'm going to signpost.
That there's a new approach now to tackle, to turn it around. No, I didn't say it. Dr. Neil Barnard said it. we don't manage it anymore.
Yeah.
That there, the doctors, they've known better now. Before they didn't know, they were thinking, oh, anything sugar, anything carbohydrate, avoid it, count calories, count, portion your diet. Now, it's now all about turning diabetes around. Not my word. Here, we're turning it around.